Are we going to have a twindemic this fall? That is something that so many of us are worried about, myself included. When we say the word twindemic, we're really talking about two diseases running around rampant in the community at the same time. That's right, we're in the middle of a COVID pandemic right now, and then you throw on top of that the flu, and potentially you have a twindemic. Now, there are so many problems with this concept, and now let me tell you why it's scary. Number one, I mean, we're already overwhelming the health system with COVID. Imagine if we had the flu on top of that, how much more overwhelmed our health systems could be. Not only that, I'm a family doctor. I see patients right here in this office. I think about what it's going to be like to see a patient with symptoms that I can't necessarily tell if it's the flu or COVID, because again, many of those symptoms actually overlap. And finally, we know that you can have the flu and COVID at the same time. So are we going to have a twindemic this year or not? I think it can go one of two ways. One way is that we don't have a twindemic, which, by the way, is certainly the most desirable. We don't want a twindemic. And you're probably saying, well, how are we going to make sure that doesn't happen? Well, number one is actually the things that we are doing to help protect ourselves and other people against COVID. That is wearing our masks and socially distancing and staying out of large groups, washing our hands, hand sanitizing, all that kind of stuff. Hopefully, those measures will not only protect us against COVID, but also help protect us against flu and other respiratory viruses. You know, flu is spread roughly the same way as COVID. So hopefully by doing these measures that we're doing, we may have some protection, maybe more than in years past. But the second way that we can help avert this twindemic is by us getting the flu shot. That's right. If all of us who's eligible for the flu shot gets this flu shot this year, and I want you to get it every year, quite honestly, but by getting it this year in particular, this is one of the things that will absolutely help us avoid a twindemic, which we so desperately need to do. So I think it's really important to keep in mind that this is not necessarily out of our control. There are many things we can do to help. Now, it is possible that we do have a twindemic. That is the other option, in which case we have a lot of cases of flu as well as COVID. And that is the worst case scenario. That is what we want to fight against and protect against. It's one of the reasons why I think, there are many people out there that may be against or resistant to wearing masks. Look, if you don't want to wear a mask for COVID, think about it as wearing a mask for the flu, because hopefully it will help protect against that as well. But once again, even though it could go either way, the most important thing to take from this is that there's actually a lot we can do to try to prevent a twindemic. And that's where we need to focus our energies. We need to get that flu shot. Oh, guys, and get it before the end of October. Remember, it takes 2 weeks for the flu shot to develop protection inside your body. So you want to get it now. Certainly, now is the time to get it, but before the end of October, ideally. Remember to keep washing your hands, using hand sanitizer, wear your mask, social distance. Don't go in large groups. Do the things that we know we need to be doing. But the biggest thing is remembering that there are things we can do. Get that flu shot and still protect yourself with face masks, etc. Guys, I hope this was helpful. Please share this video with others. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love you to subscribe to my channel. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle. I'll see you soon.